Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I was thinking about making a breakdown on my Instagram regarding these trades, but I think it's worth for a YouTube video. So I will be breaking down the trades and making an explanation, the reason of it. So I will be talking about the power of 3. The power of 3 it's the most powerful thing in trading that you can ever imagine. And you could think, what is power 3? Or you could think that power 3 is too basic for you. Power 3, for the ones that doesn't know, it's basically how the candle prints. Basically, this is a bullish candle, for example. So a bullish candle has its open, close, high. It's open, low, high, and close. That's simple. That's basically a bullish candle, and it will look like this. When you change the candles for bars, you see how the bars looks like. Exactly the same process. You have a open, low, high, and in this case you have the close. This candle didn't close yet, but you know how it works. For example, the previous one, open, low, high, close. So this is more important that you can think, because this is everything regarding trading. When you are aiming the perfection, when you are aiming the most optimal entries, you have always to think on power 3. So this candle that I just draw right here, it looks like this. Think it's a bullish candle, so it will have an open, low, high, and close. When it happens vice versa, that we have a bearish candle, it's exactly the same process. We have open, high, low, and close, and the candle will look like this. In this case, it will be a bearish candle. When you want, because you want go short, you want to go short above the open in this case, where it will be the wick of the candle. But when you are going short, you don't know if it will be the wick, so you are shorting a candle that looks like this. When you're going short in the candle that will look like this in the future, in the real time it looks like this. It looks like a bullish candle that you can think that will keep going higher and higher and higher, but not. The reason is that this is just making the high of the candle, and at the end it will look like this. With the time it will look like this, and finally you will have expansion and your entry will be here while the candle is bullish, when it's white in my case. Okay, so let's go back to today's analysis and today's trades and see what happened. So, which is the reason behind this trade? You can think that you don't have anything that is telling us that we are going bullish. First of all, you have to imagine how the weekly candle will look like. When you go to the weekly candle, this is how it's the candle right now. You can see that we had a open, low. Right now this is the high, and it didn't close. It's still 13 hours left, so this candle didn't close yet. If we are in a bullish candle, you want, as I said, to go long below the open. So everything that's happening below the candle, it will be the longs opportunities, right? So everything that's happening below here, we will be looking for longs in this case. So what happens now if we go to lower time frame? For example, if you go to 1 hour, this is the power 3 of this weekly candle. Remember what I said, the most optimal longs will be built, will be created in this zone here. And what's happening here? This is the most ideal longs. You can see that I am I was going long here, I was like going long here, I was going long here, and basically I didn't go long again until where I went long here yesterday and I was going long here today again. I'm not interested on these trades. Actually, I think on Monday video I was talking about these two trades right here. Actually, yeah, with two trades, and maybe this one I don't remember. No, only with this trade here and on GU as well. So for today I will be talking about these trades. Thing which is really important, first of all, we should focusing on the charts that we don't have a new week opening gap. So in this case, Forex.com doesn't have the new week opening gap that you can see here. When you go to other brokers, so it's like FXCM, you can see that we have a huge new opening gap here. Actually, it's exactly the same. This is the open of the week. You can see here. It's the first, well, it's a close in this case, the close of the on Friday, previous week. So it's the open of today's week, and you can see here how acts like a real support here, and this was the reason behind my trade. But you don't see a candle here. So when you go to a weekly candle, in this case, you don't have the power 3 because this candle opened here. So if you are watching this broker, you can think that this is the power 3 of this candle, and no, this is not the power 3 of this candle, because we have a huge new opening up and price will not come back again to this price here. Exactly the same will happen to other brokers that have a huge new opening up like Oanda. You see, this is the open, close, high, so the open, low, high, and didn't close yet. That's the reason. It is the new week opening up again. But think, this is the close of Friday, and exactly the same here. Here we should create the most ideal longs in case that we are bullish, should be created here. So let's go back here to understand the logic. Sorry. Basically what you want to create on the most optimal entries, remember what I was saying on the previous video. The market move with swings like this, with moves down, moves up, moves down, and again. Basically the market is doing this every single time, and everything is fractal. When you see a huge time frame like this, you can think that, well, actually even higher time frame, you can think that this is the sell program. Here change the state of delivering price to buy program. This is the daily time frame. Now we can go to 4 hours. In 4 hours we can focus here. This could be the sell program, and here change to buy program here. So every single swing like this could be a good longs opportunities on the low, and every single time that we didn't take the beginning of the move, it will be continuations. Here you can see in 1 hour you can see the trades I have been taking. For example, here. These are the continuation trades. What happens when you go to 1 hour? You will see again exactly the same process. Here you have the beginning of the move, the low, and the high. Here will be the time-based entry model created, and here the continuation model being created. Exactly the same here. Here we have the high, here the low, and here will be the continuation higher. But if you zoom in, you have another opportunity to go long. So what happened? In my case, I'm an intraday trader, so I don't care what's happening on the daily chart. I don't want to trade the chart like this because it will take a lot of time. If I'm going long, for example, in this candle here, 4th of February, it can take like, I don't know, 1 week, 2 weeks to reach my target. I don't trade this way. If I'm trading the 4 hours, if I am going long here, it can take 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, whatever. I don't want to trade like this. So I have to trade in a way that made me go long or short on the same day, on the same day, and exit at the same day. As I'm not a big fan to trade and hold the trades overnight. I want at the same time, actually, if it could be at the same session, enter and exit, it's perfect to me. So I think 1 hour it's a perfect time frame to trade in this way. So let's see what happened here. What we want to create, it's basically on the most optimal zone, which is again the power 3 of the weekly candle. If the candle will be bullish, it's everything that will happen inside this orange box. Inside this orange box, it will be the weekly power 3 at this time today. Today is 3:50 New York time, so it's almost 10 a.m. in Spanish time. So when price are on the most optimal longs, all of these longs, it will be a good longs if you think higher term, on long term. When price displayed here, you can see displays up here and comes back, what you want to see is a key time of the day, and you will understand now what is a key time of the day. What you want to create is a purge, high time frame purge. In this case, as you know, I love 4 hours because it's the time frame that split better the sessions. In this case, the 1 a.m. candle is London, the 5 a.m. candle is London lunch, and 9 a.m. candle is New York. So what you want is to create the high time frame purge. Here happen at 5 a.m. So from 5 a.m. in the optimal zone, we will be looking for longs. Where are we looking for longs? We will be looking for longs below the open. Again, everything is fractal. What you are doing in a weekly chart, you are doing it on the 4-hour chart. So you will be looking for longs below, but as soon as these candles open and goes up, peep below, are you going long? No, why not? Because we didn't take the previous candle low. So as you know, before starting a move, what the algorithm will do is, in case that we are bearish, we will take the high and then we can resume lower. We have two options, that we take the high or we create a failure swing. Most of the time, I would say the 90% of the times, we will be creating the turtle soup here, the purge, the liquidity grab. It doesn't matter the name that you want to call this right. It's basically a right of the previous candle before making the move. And exactly the same happens vice versa when you're bullish. What you want is, before going higher on the most optimal zone, let's say this is a power 3, so what you want is basically take previous low here, and then we can change the state of delivery from sell program to buy program again. So where are you looking for longs? After changing the state of delivery. If you are going long as soon as these candles open and makes a pip below, you are not going long after the liquidity grab or after the purge or after the right, it doesn't matter, as I said, and you are not going long on the buy side of the curve. You are still going long on the sell side of the curve. After we come back here, we come back on the power 3 of the weekly candle, we can start looking for long. So at the beginning, the power 3, it was something like this. But even that this is the power 3, sorry, the power 3 starts here, even that this is the power 3 of this candle, you are not looking for longs as soon as this candle opens. You are looking for longs after taking this low here, in this candle here, not this one, this candle here. So at the beginning was this box, and now it is only this box. You see that every time it's getting tight every single time. It's more easy to have a perfect entry, and this is a very technical. I mean, of course, my trading way is a bit discretionary, as I'm not trading with indicators. You can see I don't have anything here activated. So, of course, there is a small part of discretionary, but to be honest, every single time I'm more mechanical because I don't even think about what I'm doing. I know that every single day will happen the same. I'm just changing the time frames, but every single day, 100% of the days of the year, I will have a setup, and 90% of these setups, it will be a right setup, meaning it will be profits. If you don't believe me, just check it by yourself. Okay, so again, we are in the optimal zone. We have created the purge, and we are on this candle here. What else you have to take into account? It will be this candle, the one that will start the expansion. There is a way that I analyze if this will be the candle or not. Do we have high impact news in this candle? In case that we don't have high impact news in this candle, I will be looking for the next candle to trade. So I will be looking for the next candle. In this case, it will be 9 a.m. to make another lower low. Always I want to be respecting this candle here. So it will be just another lower low, and price will come back here. And then we can expand higher. What happened yesterday? That we have high impact news at 8:30. Yesterday was I think it was the unemployment claims. So unemployment claims, it will be at 8:30. So at this candle, at the end of the 5 a.m. candle in 4-hour time frame, we want to start expansion here. So we want to positionate ourselves below the open after taking this low here. So as I said, this is the most optimal zone. You cannot improve on that. You cannot improve on perfection. This is perfect. You cannot improve on going long lower than this yesterday. It's perfect. It's impossible. So you can see this is your first long opportunity. The 5 a.m. starts here. This is the first candle of 5 a.m. but we didn't take this low, so we are not going long yet. See that we are in the power 3 of the weekly candle, but you want that everything in chart looks ready to start the move. Even that we are on the power 3, yes, we can go long, of course, but you are not on the ideal time of the day. Now you are here. From here you can start looking for longs. Price just came back here, and this was my entry. Here was at the beginning of 7 a.m. To me, this is perfect. Why? As you know, my model, one of the models that I have created, the Wall Street time-based entry model, it needs something which is we want, or we should create the extreme of the candle at the beginning of it. Why? Because if you want, we have to create an expansion candle like this. If you want to create an expansion candle, what you want is that the algorithm has time to print the low and print the expansion, print the body. If the body is created at the beginning or at the end of the candle, I mean the low, sorry, if the low is created at the beginning, sorry, at the middle or at the end of the candle, it doesn't have time for the rest of the hour to print the body and then print the close. No, the low should be created at the beginning. So you want at the beginning of the candle, at the beginning of the hour, to try to print the low. In this case, you see how as soon as the 7 a.m. candles open, takes real quick this low here, comes back on the power 3 zone, everything inside here, takes the previous hour's low. This was my entry. As soon as this happens, I'm going long here. So what is my trend liquidity? If you have seen my chapter on Twitter regarding the entries, I talk about the stop loss placement. To have a stop loss placement, I need trend liquidity. My trend liquidity, if you see the candles, like let's go to 6 hours. I aim for the highs in this case. This is the 11 p.m. high, so I aim for the previous highs of the candles. I'm changing the time frame, in this case to 8 hours, and every single high of the previous candles are my draw on liquidities. 5 hours, this high as well. 4 hours, I already marked this draw liquidity. 3 hours, this one. So all of these draw liquidities, so all of these highs are my draw liquidities. We can be doing this with all of the time frames. I don't need to know all the time frames. Actually, we can go to 150 minutes. You will have exactly the same, but maybe if you go to some random time frames, that's the same. Last one. Okay, so we have all the highs. It doesn't matter the time frame that we are looking. All of them will have the same high of the previous candle that we have take the low in this case. So I'm aiming to these highs. If I am aiming to these highs, where is my stop loss? If I aim for this high here, I will be looking between 3 or 4 hours. Yesterday I placed 12 pip stop loss because I'm aiming to this high here. This is the 11 p.m. high. I don't care if it's the Asian session high, I don't care if it's the London session high, I don't care if we have a fair value gap, if we have an order block, if we have a... Actually all of these are bullshit. It doesn't work. The only that works are the highs and the lows of the previous candles. If you don't think that I am right with what I just said, just prove me wrong, and I promise that I will prove you that the market moves with highs and lows, and the market didn't care about this fair value gap, as you can see here. If this is a real fair value gap, price should respect this and send price lower. By the way, see how perfect the market every single time that comes back to the power 3 it rejects. This is indicating that we are actually bullish, and every time that price comes back to the power 3 zone, it will reject because this is the most optimal zone on the weekly candle. So here respected the fair value gap, you are going short here, and you are absolutely wrecked because you don't understand what you are doing. Sorry to tell you this, but it doesn't work as you think. The fair value gaps are just 3 candles. So this, you think this is a fair value gap? So no, this is not a fair value gap. This is just the low of a candle that has been respected. For example, this is the low and this is the high. Remember what we just did here. That's exactly the same. This is not a fair value gap. You see fair value gap here? Why we are respecting this one, but we are not respecting this one, or we are not going back to this one, or we are not going back to this one or this one. No, the market doesn't care about the fair value gaps. It only cares about the lows and the high of the candles. We take the low here. We took the low here on the right time of the day. Yes or no? If we took this low on the right time of the day, price will just expand higher. We take this high here at the wrong time of the day, price will be creating lower lows until it's the right time of the day, until it's time to make the move. Until here, this will be just another lower low here, respecting this candle here, and we will finally send price higher. That's the only reason that some of the fair value gaps can work. That's the only reason, nothing else. So if you want to believe me, I promise you will start improving when you stop focusing on fair value gaps and you start focusing on highs and lows of the candles. Where was my last daily liquidity for yesterday? As I said, the 11 p.m. high. When was the high of yesterday being created? The high of the 20 of this candle here. And remember, after starting a new move, in this case from buy program to sell program, what's the algorithm going to do? Take previous candle high and then can change the state of delivery again. Where is my exit? When after taking this high here, the algorithm prints a new higher high and price now is ready to change state of delivery, so you cannot improve on going long here and you cannot improve on exit your longs here. That's just perfect. You cannot improve on perfection. It doesn't matter your opinion, it doesn't matter if you believe me or not. You cannot say that this is not perfection. Going long at the low of the day and exiting at the high of the day. Okay, so this was the logic behind yesterday's trade. And let's see today's trade basically. If I was saying at the beginning of the video that the power of 3 of the weekly candle was the optimal longs of today, we don't want price to come back here anymore. In this case, in London, we don't want the price come back here. Why not? Because if this was the most, let's say, optimal zone, if price spends a lot of time here, all of you will have time to go long around here and create your longs, build your longs, and then send it higher. This should be quick, or actually this should be quick or really slow, thinking that, okay, I don't want to spend the whole day here, so I close the trade as soon as we came back to my break even, or when we create a lower low. This was your stop loss. You have two options, that this is really slow or this is real quick, so no one can join the move, or really slow, so all of you will be desperate because you think that the market, it doesn't move. No, it's just building the most optimal longs. So right now we don't need to come back here anymore. We can just make a retracement and go higher, but we are doing a retracement on the random point. No, think again. Highs and the lows of the candles. Where was the high time frame right being created here? Well, first of all, what is the power 3 of the daily candle? Let me remove everything. Remember, this is the power 3 of the weekly candle. So on the daily chart, we have created the high time frame right, yes. So we don't need to come back here anymore because the high time frame right has been created already. So this is done. So we don't need another high time frame right. On this time frame, we are just focusing on going long below the daily candle, in this case, which is here. Now we can go to 4 hours. Actually, we can go to another time frames. I love watching 12 hours as well. I love watching 8 hours. We can take a look on 7 hours. Let's go to 8 hours. What is the high time frame right here? So if you are bullish, you want to go long below the daily candle open, which is this gray box. But are you going long as soon as the daily candle prints 1 pip lower? No. You want to go long after we have created a high time frame purge on a lower time frame than the daily chart. In this case, this is the power 3, and this is the most optimal zone that you will be looking for longs. You see that you cannot improve on perfection on going long here. This is the London candle here. Actually, this is 8 hours, so that includes London open and London launch. If you want to trade the London expansion, the most ideal longs will be created on the power 3 of this candle after taking this candle low inside the power 3 of this candle here, and as I said, only after taking the previous candle low. What is your done equity? The highs of previous candles. This one here, this one here as well, and the one that I didn't say before, it's when the next candle prints a new higher high. In this case, 9 AM, it will be already after the NFP. So I don't think, well actually I closed one of my trades. I'm only holding this trade here, the 50%, still running. But the most ideal exit should be after taking this high, when the 9 AM candle prints the high regarding the previous candle high. So we already have our done equities. Let's see in lower time frame what we can do, if we can refine something or not. Let's go to 4 hours. We have the done equity, which is this high here. Here is where I exit my trades. 100% of this trade here. You see that this is perfection. This was the expansion of this candle, which is from 1 AM to 5 AM. As you know, this is the London candle. That's a candle that I'm trading. When I'm trading London, I trade expansion of the high time frame candles. I don't care about anything else. If I don't know how the candle will look like in the future, I am not trading, because I'm not playing in the casino. I'm trading. This is my job, and I don't want a job that in the future, in 10, 20 years, I don't know what I'm doing. So 1 AM candle, that's the one that I'm trading today, which is London. Yesterday I was trading this candle and this candle because the job was not done. Actually, I was holding until this candle after taking this high here, as I said. So we are doing exactly the same process. We have created the purge of the 8 hour candle. We are inside the optimal zone of the day, yes. We are inside of the optimal zone of the 8 and 4 hour candle, yes, which is this low here. Let me draw the power 3 in green, yes. So let's go to 1 hour right now. We took the 8 hours at 1 AM. This is not my time to trade, so I'm avoiding trading this candle here. But what happened? This high was taken already, so we don't need at the new candle at 2 AM in this case to print a lower low again. Why? Because this already happened. If you are waiting for every single time that you trade that the hourly candle take the previous candle low, think that the market will never move, because if you are only waiting to take the previous candle low, the market will only move like this and will never expand. You know, it doesn't make any sense. When the market has activated this low here, we are inside the optimal zone, we are inside the power 3 of the optimal zone. What you want expand, so you want price expand if it's the right time. It is the right time, it's the London Open, so it is the right session. We have take this low, yes, we are on the optimal zone, we're in the power 3 of the 1 AM 4 hours and 8 hour candle, yes. So price is ready to go higher. What happened here? Remember what I said on the weekly chart yesterday? Here, when price comes back on the power 3, it will act like a real support. What happened here? That's the candle that I trade today. This is the power 3 of today candle, but look what happened here. This is the power 3 of the 4 hour and 8 hour candle. As soon as price opens, touch the optimal zone of the high time frame candle, I use it as my trigger to go long. What else do you see? We want to create or to print the low at the beginning of the candle, meaning we want to create the Wall Street time-based entry model, or in this case the continuation model, because the time-based entry model was created at the beginning of the move here at 1 AM. at which time the low was print 115, 120. So at the beginning of this candle expands but didn't reach our target. So until we reach this target, every single power 3 of the new hourly candles will be a long opportunity. Prove me wrong. Let's see what happened. Remember my other pulling model, which is the Wall Street continuation model. What we want is the following. We want, this is 2 a.m. open, as you can see, we want price open, takes previous candle low. You cannot improve on perfection. This is perfect. You cannot improve your entry of the 2 a.m. candle here. Do you see any fair value gap? Do you see an order block? Do you see a Fibonacci level? I mean, it's impossible to improve on that. This is just the low of the previous candle inside the power 3 of the 4 hours and 8 hour candle. This is the power 3 of the 2 a.m. and after taking the previous candle low. You cannot improve on perfection. This is perfect. Of course, you don't need to come back, to go long at this specific zone, and if you miss this zone, you are not trading because you missed the most optimal entry. No. Every single new low time frame right will be a new long opportunity to join the move. And where are you placing your stop loss? Your question is not where you should be placing your stop loss. Are you placing your stop loss here? Here? No. Your question is, where are you taking everything out? Is this your daily equity? 20 pips take profit. So you will be looking for 3 hours. In this case, almost 7 pips stop loss. You see that not every day you will have the same stop loss position. Yesterday was 12 pips. Today was 7 pips. So it was almost a half. Why? Because you are not expecting the same move that you were expecting yesterday. Yesterday you were expecting an almost 40 pips move, so the double of today's move. So your stop loss should be the double of today's stop loss. You see that you cannot improve on this. This is perfect as well. You don't have drawdown. You were going long. This is not the most optimal zone anymore, but you see how close you are from the power 3. Remember, the power 3 of the 4 hour and 8 hour time frame looks like this. Open, low, high, and didn't close yet. So right now, at this specific time that I'm recording the video, here is how the candle looks like. You can see that's exactly how the candle looks like in this time right now. Okay, you missed these longs here, but is the job done? No, the job is not done. What is your next long opportunity? Remember, I said this on my Twitter as well. What you want is trade on the most optimal zone and on the last quarter. You want to avoid trading on the middle of the move. This zone is not for entries. You should avoid trading this zone. You can trade it, yes, but think that even that you are right, even that you know that this is a trend equity, price what can do is stop you out and then make the move. So your focus should be always try to trade at the beginning of the move. You see, yes, I wasn't trading the power 3, but I was trading the first quarter of this swing higher. In this case, sell program to buy program. So we want always to trade the right side of the curve and always the buy side of the curve, the right of the curve. So you missed the most ideal long. You are here, you don't have any entry, but you know price is going here. So you can think, okay, I just missed the move of the session, I'm not trading, I will wait until London lunch or New Year. Why? If the trend equity is not reached, why you should be waiting for the next session? Why not try to go long on the power 3 of the new hour? This is another continuation model. What do you want? At the beginning of the hour, print a lower low regarding the previous candle low, remember what I said about the fair value gaps. A fair value gap is just 3 consecutive candles that creates like a void or a zone that doesn't have wick. No, the algorithm doesn't care about the fair value gaps. It only cares about previous candle highs and lows. This is 255 candle at 3 a.m. opens. This is the power 3. Are we going long as soon as these candles open? No. This is the optimal zone, but we are only going long after we took the previous candle low. Right now you have another long opportunity. What happened? You cannot be looking for 3 hours again because you are really late on the move. Remember what I said. What you want is to trade the first quarter. You want to trade here. You want to build your longs in this zone here. When you are going long on the last quarter, you are late. So right now, you don't need to be that greedy. So you can place 1 hour or 1.5, 2 hours maximum. I would say 1.5 is optimal for the zone that we are right now. Remember, what can happen is that price makes a deep retracement, stops you out, and then makes a move higher. Don't be that greedy. If you are not on the optimal zone anymore, just don't aim for 3 or 4 hours. You can aim for only 1 hour. But this 1 hour, it's for free. I mean, the price is giving you for free this 1 hour because you know that price is going here. So don't wait for the next session or the next day in case that you miss the move and the trend equity is not met. Trade, but you are not targeting 2 or 3 hours. You're only targeting 1.5 hour. But think, if you have obvious trend equity, think about make 3-day profits with only 1 hour. You are doing maybe 3% per week. 3% per week is 12% per month, which is more than 100% per year. Only trading with 1 hour. Now imagine that you can 2 days every single week trade the optimal zone. Right now it's not 1 hour, it's 3 hours. So you can just make numbers. That's the way I do it, and that's the only way that every single week I can achieve more than 3 hours. It's not magic, it's simple logic. Every single week it repeats the same process. Remember what I was saying on the weekly? It happens on the 4 hours and 8 hours. Everything's fractal. The job is done. I exit my trade here. So I think it's gonna be it. As I said, I'm still holding 50% of this trade. Of course, it's protected. Of course, I'm aiming for higher prices, but I don't care if the price is now going higher or lower because my week is done. Actually, I'm on a really nice profits, so I don't care about this. I mean, this is my trade. Well, actually, I was on this one here. My trade is closed here. I don't care about what's happening on the NFP. I only have 2 lots running on this trade here. I would love see something like this at 8 a.m. Exactly the same process actually. What we want to go higher, it's if this is 8 a.m. the candle that has the NFP, what we want is take the previous candle low. What happens if the 8 a.m. candle is taking the previous candle high? Like this. I don't want to stay long on a trade that the previous candle or the candle that I'm trading has taken the previous candle high. I don't want to stay on a trade like this. I only want to stay on a trade that we took the low first. So we can aim my high time frame trend equity. Okay, I think it was a really important video. I don't think that you are using the power 3 like I am doing, but try to use it this way. This is objective, that's the way it works. if someone is telling you otherwise, I'm sorry, but he's wrong, or she's wrong. So that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching. As I said on the previous video, I will be doing some different videos as well, like day in life, daily vlogs, or talks about trading. I'm thinking of making a podcast as well. I have a lot of ideas, but I think it will take some time, maybe a few weeks or 1 month, something like this, and I will start making this kind of content, okay? So thank you all for staying here, and wish you a good luck in your trading career.